YouTube, what's good? Little random video here. I don't know why I said that twice. Gemini King, what's good, Red? You, fam, thank you for tuning in. Logging in. What's good, C. Ernie? Yo, Davy. No doubt. Thank you, my brother. Black Hester, hey. David D'Angelo, what's good, awesome friend? What's good, David? Eastwood says, Davy! Ernie, Ironicore here, that's right. Ironicore, New York, 585. Neo, oh, I'm sorry, hey! I'm sorry, I missed that one. Alfredo Rivera, ¿qué pasa? What's good? Alfredo says, what's good? If you don't mind, shout out where you're watching from. I really like to always know where you guys and girls are tuning in from, logging in. I always say tuning in. That's because I'm so stuck in the 90s. David D'Angelo, Fairport. Brinson Velez, Bronx. Gemini, Detroit. Coach Sean, Clinton Avenue, Rochester. 585 in the house. Watching from NYC. Plug, what's good? Ocala, Florida. Bristol. Uh-oh, I missed that one. Las Vegas, what's good? I missed the Bristol. What was the Bristol? Eastwood, Delaware. We got everyone in. I love it. You know, I've always talked about I'm old school and I'm still kind of in my Rochester, Denison, Lake Avenue. No doubt, near Charlotte. Shout out to you. Thank you for tuning in. Tennessee, that's right. Bristol, Tennessee. Thank you. I always talk about tuning in, and that's because, yep, Bristol, Tennessee, no doubt. Big shout out to Bristol, Tennessee in the house. I always talk about being stuck in the old school because I had a cable access show in the 90s. Oh, hold now. Ray Slap. Thank you, David. No, thank you for tuning in. Absolutely. So I had a cable TV show in the 90s called Keep It on the Real. Some of you may have caught some of my throwback clips. Alfredo Rivera, Rochester, New York. Claro que sí, está Rochester en la casa. Is that how you say it? I mean, I know that's how you say it in the house. Rochester, Nueva York. Saludo a toda mi gente latina. A todos los boricuas. No hay mucho cubano por aquí por Rochester, so tengo que saludar a los puertorriqueños, a los boricuas. Tengo muchos televidentes hispanos, latinos. Y me da mucho orgullo. Hillman Powell, keep it up, no doubt. Thank you. Where you from? Where you tuning in from? Where you watching from? Black Hester, Louisiana. We got Louisiana in the house. Velez. So I was Ocala, Florida. Yup, Hillman Powell from Ocala. So basically what I was saying is I said it in Spanish that I'm very happy always to have each and every one of you. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the subscribers. We're almost at 10,000. And you know, I'm gonna say something and I don't want it to sound in any way what's good. I don't want it in any way to sound stuck up or big-headed or this is awesome. People tuning in from everywhere. No doubt, David D'Angelo. Go, Mr. V. Go, Mr. V. What's good, Chris? Davey, what's up? Chris is from The Rock, right? If I'm not mistaken, of course. So listen, I'm going to say something real quick. And I really, please do not misunderstand it, misconstrue what I'm going to say. It might, Chris said, yes, sir, 585 in the house. The Rock City, Rochester, The Rock, the ROC, Rocktown. Alfredo, ooh, yeah. I'm going to say something, and I don't want it to come across being big-headed. I already got a big enough head, right? My big Latino-ass head. Hillman says, go, go, go. This may be, this channel right here, Davy VTV, may be one of the most underrated and underappreciated channels. What's good? Glenbo, oh, am I reading that right? Hello from California. Thank you, and I'm sorry I couldn't see the name. Thank you for tuning in. West Coast. Got a lot of love for California, West Coast. This may be one of the most underrated, underappreciated channels on YouTube. Thomas, what's good? Thomas, where you logging in from? I see where you're going already. I feel that energy, family. No doubt, Gemini King. Thank you, Red. Gemini King, Red. And what I mean is, I don't know if you guys and girls noticed, there's over 1,000 videos. I think it's like 1,100. Alfred Claus, keep up the good work. Thank you. I agree, very underappreciated. Thomas, Rochester, thank you. Absolutely. And I'm not, listen, I've always been real with each and every one of you, and it may be underrated, but I appreciate you, good sir. Thank you. I don't remember the details, but you should do more videos like the one you did. And I took a snapshot of that because it went off so quick. I will read that, and I will look into that, what you were saying. I apologize. And again, I'm not just saying it like because it's my channel, whatever, but, you know, obviously, let's just keep it 100, right? I've always been real with each and every one of you. That's why I don't want you to misunderstand where I'm coming from when I say this, right? Whenever somebody pull up like that next to me, you know, you really got to be on point out here, you know what I mean? A lot of haters, a lot of trolls, and that's actually the perfect segue. I took a snapshot of that, Gemini King. I apologize, my brother. They go off so quick. You know, it's real out here. It's really, really crazy out here. You know what I mean? Head on a swivel. It's got to be, my brother. It's got to be. If you know anything about what me and my I got your back, Davy, any day. Thank you, Chris. If you know, some of you that are new to the channel may not know, but the ones that have been around, especially my day ones or people like Chris who have been riding with me for a while, they're very well versed on what I've been through in this city. You know what I mean? You know, and my family been threatened, and law enforcement has completely ignored it and looked the other way, literally. And so you never know, you know what I mean? I'm sitting in the middle of a parking lot with the lights on, you know what I mean? So you guys and girls can see me, right? Otherwise it would be like this, you know what I mean? And so, you know, you just got to be real careful. Look at Nipsey Hussle, you know what I mean? A good brother doing the right thing in California. Crenshaw, brother that came from the streets, a brother that came from, you know, a gang infested area, and he was at the he was at his clothing store there, the Marathon clothing store, looking out for someone he knew who had just touched down right after doing a long bid, and he was gonna set this brother up with clothes. My point to the last comment made, shaking my head, hit home for me, no doubt, absolutely. And you know, and his life is gone just like that, right? From a fucking hater, from a fucking loser. You know, it's just amazing, you know what I mean? It's just disgusting. And as somebody who grew up with real hip-hop, I made a show, a little video, a couple videos ago, whatever, a couple days ago. Somebody that grew up, you know, I still remember where I was when Tupac got killed. You know what I mean? I remember how I took it, you know what I mean? I took it really hard, you know? Pac was one of my favorite artists, and it's not just about being my favorite artist. He was such a talented soul, you know what I mean? Such a talented young man, literally with his whole life ahead of him. You know, he would have been pretty much like my age right now, you know what I mean, in his late 40s. And I'm giving my age away, right? But it's just sad, you know. I remember where I was when Biggie got killed, you know what I mean? And just recently I talked about it, you know, last year, right? XXX Tentacion in Florida, shopping for bikes, and executed, you know what I mean? So it's just, you know, and Nipsey Hussle, you know, so I don't want to get off track here and ramble too much, but my point is, I'll get back to what I was saying, that it's easy to get off track here, you know what I mean, on these lives. And I really enjoy them because it's the only time that we could interact. So what I was saying, what made me say that, it's like the comment said, head on a swivel, you know what I mean? Me and my family have been targeted here for years. My children have been stalked. My children have been threatened. I receive some of the nastiest emails, some of the nastiest messages, sometimes on a daily basis. You know, some of them I've posted. And I only post stuff on Twitter, especially because I do it to document, you know what I mean? I do it because law enforcement here in Rochester, New York, and Monroe County, New York, which is the county where Rochester's in, have literally ignored the threats to me and my family, you know what I mean? So I do it because it's real out here, you know what I mean? It's real anywhere in the country. And people just have no respect for human life, you know what I mean? No respect whatsoever. But I just want to say, like I said, I don't want to get too rambly here. I appreciate each and every one of you. We're almost at 10,000. 10,000 subscribers. What I was gonna say is that for years I've known it, you know what I mean? People used to tell me, but I didn't really sweat it, you know what I mean? And it's not like I'm sweating it now. Run for city council, Davy. Yeah, right, Chris? Davy V for Rochester City Council. They'll try to kill me for real, man. You know, for years I've kind of known it, you know what I mean? Comments are blocked, likes are blocked, because these trolls and these haters that have targeted my family have spewed some of the most racist, some of the most nastiest comments. They've actually attacked viewers like all of you right now. They've attacked viewers, they've hacked, they've gotten to their Facebook pages, they've taken pictures of their family members. It's been crazy. That's why, and I'm always answering this question because it's probably one of the most common questions I get asked all the time. That's why comments are blocked. I don't care about the comments, really. I don't care about the likes, the thumbs up. The only thing I care about comments, let me rephrase that. The only thing I do care and I miss are the comments, because I want to see what you guys and girls think. I want to see what my true fans who support me, who know my story. And like I said, some of you who are new to the channel may not really know everything I've been through, right? And I'm taking it back to my dad, Mario Vara, who was a pioneer, right, when it came to police accountability and cop watching, right? Long before YouTube, long before the internet is what it is today. And you know, it's just it's real, you know. And I miss, so not having comments, I don't get to really do any kind of interacting. But to be honest, this to me is way better than the comments, you know what I mean? This is live. And the fact that I could be reaching somebody in Louisiana, and my man in New York City, and Chris here in Rochester, and someone on the West Coast, and, you know, somebody, you know, overseas in Europe, and it's just, you know, that's just a beautiful thing. And I don't come from that era. I come from the era where it was cable access, is when I started in the 90s. And we interviewed Tretch and Naughty by Nature and Method Man, and, you know, so that's why I'm always saying tuning in, because I'm so used to like the TV. That's why I named my channel Davy V TV, because, you know, that's the era I come from. You know, I'm not the most talented when it comes to the tech side, to the internet. I'm not really internet savvy, you know what I mean? And I just appreciate each and every one of you. And like I said, some videos you guys and girls may not like, some videos you guys and girls may not completely agree with me. And it's not, you know, I don't want yes men or yes women, right? I don't want somebody who just agrees or likes everything I put out, right? But I just want you to know, despite and irregardless of what each of you may think, or may understand, or may on some level relate or empathize or sympathize with my story and my background, okay? Which some of you, shout out to all the new subscribers, thank you. Maybe are still learning. You know, irregardless how you feel, I want you to know that I appreciate each and every one of you. And just a shout out to law enforcement, because, you know, in the past when I did allow comments, there was some very, very nasty comments about law enforcement on here. And despite the fact that I go hard at law enforcement and I call them out, and I'm always, you know, holding them accountable, and exercising my First Amendment right to record, regardless of all that, I still want it to be clear that law enforcement is absolutely welcomed on this channel. I know I have a lot of law enforcement officers and officials and government officials who watch this channel, and that's fine. Watch all you want. You are welcome, you know what I mean? And you might learn something, you know what I mean? You might learn something that you can instill into your own career, into your own lives. And I'm not just talking about how to treat the public that you serve, right? The public that you, each and every one of you in law enforcement, I'm talking to specifically now, took an oath to serve and protect. I'm talking in general. You know, you might say, wow, Davy V is real passionate about this or that. And you may find a way to instill that passion about something that you're passionate in your life. So it's not even, you know, it's not even related to like civil rights or, you know, or none of that. It's just, you know, maybe you've seen how passionate I am with the stuff that I've been through in my life, right? And the stuff that I advocate for, and I try to, you know, sprinkle the channel with. Maybe that'll help each and every one of you do it in your own lives, you know? But listen, I'm getting long-winded, which I always say I'm not going to get long-winded, and guess what? I get long-winded. I just wanted to make this little random video and thank each and every one of you. As far as the channel being underrated, what I mean is that, you know, people used to say, man, your channel should have 40, 50,000. You should have 100,000. And I'm not going to lie. While I'm not really someone who really, in the end, really is like really crazy about the numbers, I don't care if I had 500 subscribers right now, you know. We're almost at 10,000. I still would feel the same passion. I would still be doing these videos and connecting with you. So I could care less really about the numbers. But I'm not going to lie, somewhere always in the back of my head, I do remember the stuff my dad went through, right? In a time that my dad's been gone since 1993. And I remember him and you know, I miss him every day. And I'm not going to lie, sometimes I do, you know, can't help but realize, you know, like, wait a minute, you know what I mean? You know, I think this channel honestly can be a candidate for being one of the most underrated, underappreciated channels. And the reason I say that is because it may be hard for each of you to understand this or relate to this, but I'm real passionate about what I believe in, and I'm passionate about making these videos. This is what I love to do, you know what I mean? It's like therapy for me, and that's just as real as it gets. And when you believe in something and you love something so much, obviously you want to be successful at it. You want to see that you have, you know, that other people are being touched on some level by it. And Alfredo said, you're right. Gracias, Alfredo. And you just want to, like, when I'm out in public, you know, and again, I always try to keep my eyes open, right? Head on a swivel, right? Like someone said earlier. Absolutely, no doubt. So when I'm out in public, you know, I get approached by all kind of people, you know, and I don't really talk about it. I get approached from law enforcement to older folks that watch my channel, and usually, mostly, for the most part, it's always been all positive, you know what I mean? But that's what I love. Just having someone say, man, I love that video you did, or thank you for speaking out, or just thank you for, you know, being passionate about what you believe in. That to me means everything. You know what I mean? It's not about agreeing with me on everything. I wouldn't want that. Who would want that? And if you're in a relationship, you know, would you want that? Would you want your boyfriend, your husband, your girlfriend, your wife agreeing with you on everything? I mean, you want somebody that's a copy of you, or do you want someone that's original and has their own mind as an original free thinker, right? And maybe we'll disagree with you on some stuff, and maybe we'll back you up on some stuff. You know, that to me is what makes a relationship, and I'm not just talking an intimate relationship, any relationship. It could be a relationship with a friend. It could be a relationship with a sibling. To me, you know, I don't want yes men. I don't want people that, oh yeah, you're right. I mean, what is that? I don't want that, you know what I mean? So again, whether or not you agree with me, whether or not you understand or relate to every video I put out, I don't expect you to, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm really appreciative of each and every one of you. And again, this was supposed to be a short, random video saying that we're almost at 10,000 subscribers and shouting out all the subs. Thank you for showing the vid of the officer saving the Poochie. Absolutely. It's good to see the other side of officers. Absolutely. And you're very welcome. And you probably saw my rant. I'm not sure if you remember my rant where I got pissed off because that video should have blown up. That video should have had 600,000 likes of views, like a video about a cop in Brighton has. 600,000 and 609,000. More than 500,000 views of my interaction with a cop. You know, I'd rather switch. If I could switch those numbers and have that video be, have the Sergeant Travis Gray. By the way, shout out again to Sergeant Travis Gray from the Ogden Police Department, Ogden, New York Police Department, just outside of Rochester. Ogden is a town, for those who are not familiar with this area, is a town right outside Rochester, New York. Shout out to Sergeant Travis Gray of the Ogden, New York Police Department for saving that beautiful dog and for risking his own life, you know what I mean, to save this beautiful dog who was later reunited with his family. So again, Shout out to everyone. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers. I'm really excited about that. Again, not to contradict myself, I'm not really a person that pays attention to numbers. Of course I see the numbers, right? Of course I see them. But for me, at least, just for me, it's not really about that. You know what I mean? It's never really been about that. Again, I'm old school. No offense. I got a lot of younger viewers. No offense to anyone who's from this generation, right? I'm not from this generation. You know what I mean? I'm from the little more old school, where there weren't views, there weren't comments, there wasn't even this, you know what I mean, this interaction. I used to put out shows weekly. My show would air on Mondays and Wednesdays for a half-hour spot, you know, every Monday and Wednesday, and it was a cable access TV show, and I loved doing it, and we had a lot of fun, and we interviewed some, you know, famous hip-hop artists and a lot of talent. But that's the generation I'm cut from. That's the cloth that I'm cut from. Still, this feels a little new to me, which I know you guys probably, and girls are probably like, damn, he's really old school if this feels new. Of course, I'm used to it and I love this, but I'm a little bit more old school, and I'm not so much into numbers and ratings and thumbs up, and I don't care about that. And again, to clarify, the only reason that comments and likes are blocked is because there's certain very disturbed individuals who have been fixated with me and my family for years. I'll read that in a second. I'm sorry, they go off so quick and I'm kind of in the zone, but I will read it. I took a screenshot. When you guys and girls see me reach, I'm sorry that I'm reaching like that. It's just that I take a screenshot so I can read it later. So again, you know, the reason why comments and likes and stuff are blocked is because there's certain, and maybe it's just a handful, but regardless, you know what I mean, you got to be very careful in today's environment. With all this violence and this very disturbed individuals who have taken a very twisted and very disturbed fixation and obsession with me and my family, people that don't necessarily harbor the best feelings towards me and my family and disagree with what I do, and are just, to be honest, some are just obsessed, you know what I mean? And it's very, very disturbing, and it's also very, very real. You know, and it's something that I've always been aware of. So, again, thank to each and every one of you. Shout out to all the new subscribers. We're almost at 10,000. I thank each and every one of you for taking the time out of your day, of your night, okay? And tuning in. And there I go again, tuning in, logging in. Sorry, I'll get it right one day. And logging in. And also for just watching all my videos. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great weekend. Peace. Stay safe, Davy. Thank you. Same to you. Peace.